up, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's that shit.
We can't be mad. I mean, the day just got away from me.
What is up, my giddy little gigglers?
So cute.
I went thrifting this weekend in Vermont.
How was it?
I came up with like a joke about thrifting.
I feel like Vermont's probably a great place to thrift.
Oh my god, it's amazing. It's very like granola vibes.
Yeah, I could see
every
that.
old man who's cold there looks like Bernie Sanders. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know Ted Bundy was born in Burlington, Vermont?
I don't. If I never go to Vermont again, I'm fine.
So I went thrifting. You would hate it because it's kind of like
Yeah.
kind of smelly. But I realized thrifting is just like dating, where you're like, this is fun, and then you start looking at everything and you're like, why did nobody want these things? And then you find like one really cute sweater in the back, and you're like, this is crazy. How did no one else find this? Am I so lucky? And then you put it on and it's really itchy, and he's a narcissist.
That's so true. I feel like I would like thrifting if I knew I was going to get really great stuff.
You would love designer thrifting, I feel like, because that takes real style. Like, you have to have an eye.
Yeah, I would like consignment thrifting. But like, I don't want some old man's t-shirt, like I could do without it.
I had an unfortunate experience at the airport today.
What happened to you?
I was wearing my Giggly Squad pants, and this like man in front of me was like, at the TSA, was like looking at me. And when you're like, I'm not going to make eye contact, like I don't know what he wants, but like I know he's staring at me. And then he's finally like, what's Giggly Squad? And I'm like, ugh. Honestly, it's above your head. Like, you're not going to get it.
Yeah, it's so niche that like...
And I like have nervous laughter, so I start laughing, and he's like, oh, so you like giggle? And he's there with his wife. He's like in his 60s, and you could tell like he lives for these like awkward stranger interactions. And
Yes.
I'd rather like be burned at the stake than have to deal with this. And then he starts asking me questions. He's like, so what is it? And I like don't know how to lie on the fly.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, it's a podcast. And he's like, oh, what do you guys talk about? I was like, we make fun of stuff. And then he's like, so what are you in Vermont for? And this is like rule 101 of being a comedian is you don't tell people you're a comedian. Like, you say you're an accountant, you say something boring. But I was just like, he was kind of like pissing me off, like, and I was like, I'm a comedian.
Were you getting a condescending tone?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, oh, little girl, what were you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, you make little jokes. And I was like, I'm a stand-up comedian. I just had 6 shows. And then he's like, oh, tell us a joke.
No.
This is 9 a.m. at the airport. I look like disgusting. Like, my face is just full of like sadness and salt.
Yep.
And when a normal dude, like if I'm out at a bar and he's like, oh, tell me a joke, I always just say your face and everyone laughs. But like, I'm not going to say that to a 65-year-old man.
At the airport in the state of Vermont.
And I'm a people pleaser, so part of me was like, do I like start a bit? And then I was just like, look, it's not how it works. Like, and he's like,
you said this. You were like, it's not how it works.
Yeah, I go, let's not do this. And he's like, tell me a joke. And people are like looking at us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not about to have an open mic at Burlington, Vermont's
Coke
TSA
factory
pre-line. So I'm standing there. Oh, no, actually, I don't have TSA pre, and this is moments that I'm like, I wish I had fucking TSA pre.
I don't know how you don't have it. All you do is travel.
It's causing a lot of problems in my relationship right now.
Yeah, I would be on Dez's side with this one. Anyway, keep going.
Jump on the bandwagon with my mom and my dad too. So I literally am like, I'm very tired right now.
Yeah.
And he pushes again, and he's like, tell us a joke. And the wife next to him was like, leave her alone, like she's tired.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, like, I can't wait to tell the gigglers the harassment I dealt with this morning. And then, like, when there's so many people at the airport but you keep running into them. I'm like, we're both getting the same magazine right now. So anyway,
and they were going to New York City too.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes. I'm at this weird age where I think, like you always just feel like you're 23.
Yes. Like you have imposter syndrome when you're somewhere where you're like, I'm not an adult, but
You're
like
I'm a baby.
Yeah, but like in this situation, if something were to go down, like you are an adult.
You can call my mom if you need something. But like I'm at this age where like middle-aged men, and when I say middle-aged, I'm not talking about Des. Des is like, in my head, Des is Des. Like he's like,
right.
But like middle-aged men in like their 50s.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say because like we're 30,
like late 40s, 50s.
Okay.
Men are starting to like bring up conversation with me in public, and I'm like, I think they're hitting on me.
Yeah. No.
And I'm like, is my collagen that bad?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a child. And then I realized, like, am I of the age now? I mean,
I
am
know.
married to someone who's 47, but like,
I know.
And these also, they're guys who are young don't talk to you as much because like they're
Yeah.
insecure, they're nervous. These men in their 40s and 50s, they're just like, so what's up? And you're like, go call your children.
Like, how dare you? How dare you? You're insulted. I had not a similar experience, but I was at an airport like in the past couple of weeks. And you know how there's like that airport sexual tension, like with
Yes.
anyone remotely good looking and like your age. I was getting on a flight and there was this like guy and he was definitely younger than me. Like I could tell he was younger than me and he was good looking. And I like looked at him and could not have looked away from me faster, had zero interest. And I was like, oh my God, do you think he thinks I'm old? Like I got like that was my immediate thought. And you know, I'm like so intuitive because I like looked cute. It wasn't like I looked like disgusting.
No, when you're at the airport, you have like a hat. You look mysterious and like hot and busy. I look like a dumpster elf.
Also known as a raccoon.
No, like I even sat down and there was like a man who I'm like a grown ass man who starts talking to me like next to me. And I haven't had that happen in forever. And he was like, do you like wine? And I was like, no. And then I saw him on the flight coming back and he waved at me. And I was like, we're not friends.
Yeah, like just because we sit next to each other on the plane where it's assigned seating doesn't mean that I chose to sit next to
I
you
did
and
not
like we're
choose this
chilling.
life.
Yeah,
Go take an Advil.
No.
Oh my God, there's so much plane drama though today. Sorry, clearly all I've been is on planes since we've talked. But today this guy moved someone's bag and put it somewhere else to put their bag. And this woman stands up and goes, why would you move my bag to somewhere it's not going to fit? That's not very nice of you. Like made it like fucking personal. And part of me, like she's fully in the right, but part of me was like, wow, we are just fully choosing drama at 9 a.m. this morning.
I will say one of my most anxious moments is when I'm flying alone and I brought a carry-on like rolling bag and I have to put it up in the overhead luggage. Like that 30 seconds is I could kill myself. Like it is the most terrifying moments. Like no one helps you. I've also never moved someone else's bag. Like I literally would be like, I don't deserve to fly on this plane if I can't figure this out.
Wait, no one helps you? Because it's funny. I feel like whenever I lift, everyone like goes to help me, like as if and I'm like, I'm strong. Like I don't need this.
No.
And everyone has to act like they're a fucking hero. Like, oh, I'll help you. And I'm like, sir.
I never get help to the point where I have been taking down a bag before with guys standing behind me and me getting down and looking at them being like, thank you, like, and laugh. Like I can have those really bitchy, like cunty under my breath comments. I actually do it a lot. Like whenever someone doesn't hold the door for me, I'm like, thanks. Like that little shit really fucking pisses me off.
That's like classic New York though. Like all day you're just like cursing under your breath.
Yes.
Overall, you had
like,
a great day.
The amount of times I've gotten off a plane and been like, don't worry, I got it. Like it's just,
I mean, either they're intimidated by you or they just see how big your hands are and they're like, she's got this. They're like, I've never seen fingers that long. She can do this.
I literally like Spider-Man it down. I just shoot my bag.
We have so many fucking amazing notes. Oh, but first
many
off,
random
Paige, why don't
notes.
you tell them about your first look episode? That's pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah, my first look episode is on Peacock right now streaming. I did the New York City episode. I went to like all these different boroughs. I was most nervous
Did you go to
for my
Staten Island?
outfits. No, I didn't. Sorry. I was in Brooklyn. I was in Harlem.
Did you tell them I was from Brooklyn?
I don't think. No, I don't. I did. That's like the one time I didn't mention it.
Okay, that's fucked up.
I have a friend from Brooklyn. But anyway, so it is on Peacock now if you want to stream it. But it was really fun. It was so nice to like film something and be myself and then not be so fucking anxious after it and be like, how are they going to cut it up? What am I going to look like? Like could be myself and I knew that it was going to be myself on there. So that was nice.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I know that when we first met, you always wanted to be involved in like hosting and stuff. So it's
I wanted
cool
to be Maria Menounos.
to watch manifestation come real, come alive. Okay, first question.
Yeah.
And I saw this on TikTok. Would you rather have to marry the person you lost your virginity with
No.
or have the job, your first job for the rest of your life?
My first job for the rest of my... What was my first job?
Blowjob? Hand job.
Either way, I'm stuck with that first guy.
Was your first guy good?
I mean, was he good in terms of like the type of human he was, or was it good?
Yeah.
He was okay. I mean, I'm sure he's like a great guy now. I don't really know him very well anymore, but like, did he cheat on me in high school? For sure. But is he engaged to the girl he cheated on me with? Absolutely. So in that
Okay.
case, I'm like, I love them. You
Yeah,
know?
we're not like that mad about it. 'Cause
I'm not
it's,
that
like,
mad about it. They were meant to be together.
It was for the love of his life.
If anything, I was the problem, you know?
If anything, you just pushed him to find someone right for him. It's funny because I lost my half virginity to like the sweetest boyfriend who played tennis with me on the high school team.
Yeah.
He was a liar, but he was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But then the guy who I lost my like virginity to in college, it was a horrible experience. Football player.
So you would go first job.
My first job was a hostess at a Korean restaurant, and honestly, I love Korean food. Are you kidding me? Bibimbap's?
Yeah, I think my first job was like being on the cover of the Easy Bake Oven, so I'm gonna take that all day.
Wait, yeah, your first job was being a fucking model.
So I'll just eat sweet treats and like play with my mom on the set, you know?
Throwback to Easy Bake Ovens, the last time we cooked. Also, on TikTok, someone said that you know a girl is your bestie
Yeah.
if you look like a hot lesbian couple.
I feel like for all the Giggly Squad pictures we take, if we just gave it to random people on the street and they didn't know what Giggly Squad, we would look like a hot lesbian couple. Technically, we do engagement photos every time we have Giggly Squad. We do laughing pictures. We know exactly like what the vibe should be. Like one person's looking at the other person. Sometimes we put your hand on my shoulder.
And we know what each other needs. Like, I don't even speak, and you're like, she needs apple juice in the green room.
Wait, what about when we're doing meet and greets and I like go on the opposite side of you because I know that it's like not your good side?
No, yeah. So, and then whenever like we were dating in the past, I feel like I wanted someone who was like you, but with like a massive penis. And I feel like you always say Craig and I are alike, except I'm better at tennis.
You're way better in general, like in general. But there are certain things that like he will do that like you will say the same thing, and I'm just like, that's so annoying.
Craig and I are the Labrador Retrievers, and you and Des are like the Black Cats.
Okay, I have an announcement. And I've thought about it, and I just want to see like what the gigglers think. I had a moment the other day where I was like, look at us just like going back on our plastic surgery thing. I had a moment the other day where I legitimately was like, I really want to get my boobs done. Like I want to get them done so bad. I was even like looking up like doctors and like stuff like that. And then I said it to Craig and I was like, what would you think if I got my boobs done? And he was like, you just hate your body right now. That's why you want to get your boobs done. And I and I was like, wait, that is so fucking true. Like, I wasn't into like how I was looking the past couple of weeks, and I've been like complaining about it or saying I obviously haven't been doing anything about it because that would be nuts. That'd be literally insane. Someone check on me. And so I was looking for things to like fix that feeling. So today, what is the date? January 29th. If I want my boobs done in 1 year from today, I will get them done.
So interestingly, I'm fully supportive of it.
Of me getting my boobs done?
Well, it would be a new era.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would like get their boobs done and just have like so much confidence and like feel like sexy in a way they never felt before. Like, it really just depends on the person. And I do not want you having some like crazy huge Pamela Anderson titties.
No, I wouldn't go nuts. I would go like a big B, small C.
I don't want it to hurt your little back.
Yes, I already have neck problems. And I also feel like my body is so sensitive. I'd like get them put in and my body would be like, get these the fuck out of here. Like, I don't know if I would.
I just feel like life is short. If you want tits, get them.
Yeah.
I actually don't hate Craig's response.
Yeah.
Like, if he jumped on it too early, like, yeah, that would be awesome, I'd be like,
I'd be like, gross. That's just
like, has he been subliminally messaging?
Yeah, like,
boobies,
did he
boobies,
put
boobies,
this
boobies.
thought in my head?
I do have to say, trigger warning about like body and like eating if you know it's annoying to hear about, but like I am delusional when it comes to my body. Like, I'm completely delusional where like I could gain weight and I will be like, oh, it's because I'm PMSing, like the water weight obviously, and then I'm like I still don't feel good and I'll be like, well, you're on your period, obviously.
Right.
And then I'll be like a random week and I'll be like, you just got off a flight. Like, that's why. Like, I will never.
Dude,
admit
I use
that,
the
like,
flight
I've
one
been
all the
eating like
time.
shit.
I use the flight one all the time. I'm like, whatever. I'm fucking so dehydrated from a flight that I'm bloating. Like,
I've never once admitted that I've gained any weight.
I'll even weigh myself and be like, the scale's definitely broken. I haven't used the scale in so long.
I'll be like, I did have a salty dinner last night, so that's just water weight. I'll find a reason why. And it's not me. I'll tell you that.
Dude, girls have to deal with so much because I feel like when I went on birth control, I definitely gained weight from it, but I also feel like my body shape like changed. So like that was a weird adjustment. It wasn't like I felt like, oh my God, I gained so much weight, I'm like fatter, but I felt like when I gained weight, it went to different places that it didn't used to go to. So I had like a different body. Like it.
Also, I do have to say, we are 30.
It's so awful.
She's like, gravity's really been hitting.
No,
It's
I
from the
was
birth
like,
control.
I didn't used to look like this.
I just knew when I was younger, I just had to take like a heavy, strong-winded shit.
I just feel like I follow all these fucking 25-year-old influencers on TikTok, and they're like, this is what I ate in a day. And all I want to do is comment in capital letters, you're 25. It literally doesn't fucking
There's
matter.
one girl who makes fun of celebrities what I eat in a day. They'll be like, first I smell an almond.
Literally.
Then I pick up this $40 salad. And then at night I have a piece of salmon and a chickpea. And you're like no.
No.
And I also think those things are never true. So you're like,
those things are
your life.
never ever true. It's all like based on aesthetics, I feel like.
Yeah,
and, like,
she like tells her PR team to write it. She's
trying
like,
to
what's,
give like
healthy
cool
shit?
girl vibes when really it's just
It honestly is like promoting eating disorders. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, I'm interested what the gigglers think, but because you're in the public eye, like if you do something, you have to deal with the backlash of like what everyone decides, and you don't know what the group mentality is.
And also, like, what if I get them and I hate them, and then I'm just like, I want these out?
Take them out. I don't know. I don't know how easy it is.
Yeah, like how do you do
Can
that?
you get a tit BBL? Like they take the well, you know.
Why haven't they invented filler for like I can go, you know how I can go in and get my lips done. Why can't I go in, get my boobs done, and then they go down in like 6 months?
That is so smart. Oh my god.
Like why can't
you
I
should
do that?
invent it. But what about like how it would change all your outfits? Like you can't wear the like little cute crop tops. It'll look
Right.
like it goes from being like cute to being like okay. Also, we can go back to our original theories. What are those boobs actually representing?
No, I tried. That's why I'm bringing it up, because I tried to do this. I tried to break it down therapy style.
What are you trying
in
to
my
fix
own head.
with your boobs?
Yeah, it was like, what do I not like that I feel like boobs will solve, and will that like what's the root of it? And
yeah,
I
because
don't
one
know.
thing I did hear about plastic surgery is people will go through depression after because they will put all their anxiety into like, I will be happy if I get my tits done.
Yeah.
And like they don't look at any other problems. They're just like, it's my tits. And then you get your tits done. I hate saying tits, but that's what the word that's coming to me.
Yeah.
You get them done, and then the next day you still feel the same, and it didn't like turn you into this like really happy person.
Yeah.
And then you get depressed because you're like, wait, this was supposed to be the answer.
Like, I know after I have a child that I'm definitely going to want to get my whole shit done. Like,
Mommy makeover.
Whatever they're offering, I'm getting.
Yeah, I wonder if it's better to get your boobs done after you have kids.
Yeah, then I was like, should I just wait? Like, I've gone this long without them. Why would I not just wait a couple more years until after I have kids? Like, because really, what? Like, I could wait 5 years and get them done. I don't know.
You could
It's
like
a
go
whole
to a
thing.
consultation and just talk
I could
about
go
it.
to,
But I feel
yeah,
like,
and just see.
I feel like consultations is where they get you.
I feel like my mom's going to listen to this and I'm going to get a very intense text message, and I can't wait to see what it says.
What do you think she's going to say? You're
You
perfect.
Yeah, you absolutely do not need to get your boobs done. You could die while you're under for something cosmetic and
That's what my mom
ridiculous.
would say.
You're going to literally risk your life to get something so frivolous in cosmetics. Wear a push-up bra. My God. Enough.
She goes, I know Hannah made fun of you for the chicken cutlets, but they were doing a good job, okay?
Yeah,
They
she'll
did
literally
good.
like buy a padded bra and shut your mouth.
But it's also like you do attract a different kind of guy when you have boobs. I mean,
Good.
I feel like you're going to get it subtle.
Good. Honestly, amazing. I hope so. I'd be lucky. Done. We're getting them done. I just decided. Do you know that people like, not gigglers, I think they're just like random people that happen upon our podcast, will DM Craig and be like, Paige is so mean to you on Giggly Squad. And like, I'll read the DMs and I'll be like, that's not even the context in which I said it.
Wow, since we're getting deep.
It is funny though.
I also,
Want your boobs done?
I'm also getting a boob job. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, if you're about to say you're going to get plastic surgery on something, then we would have to do it at the same time.
We would do it at the same time, but not yet. I can think of something. DM me if you guys think I should change something about myself. Just kidding. That would be so fucking abusive.
Oh my God.
I wanted to talk about our like pills that we take for happiness. So I've been on Paxil. I don't know if we ever like talked about it. I've been on Paxil. I took it in college because I was having performance anxiety. I was under like so much pressure that I like was having like yips. I was having trouble serving, like, and I took Paxil and it actually calmed my brain down a little.
Oh, I thought like you meant like you couldn't have sex.
No. I only cared about tennis. Sex is not.
I like performancing. I don't know.
My pussy is just the Sahara Desert.
Just
I'm like,
close.
I
I was like, nope, not today. Okay, so got it. You were getting stage fright, basically.
I was just like, I had too many nerves, and like, college, the world's just closing in on you, and you're scared. So I took it. For a couple years, but I was very like ashamed. Like I didn't want to be taking it. I felt like I was crazy because I was taking it. So I got off it eventually. Then I did this TV show, and I was in a really dark place.
Small little picture.
And I went back on Paxil so that I like didn't harm myself.
Right, literally. Yeah.
And I've been on it for a while. I'm on like 30 milligrams. I basically said to my therapist that I think I have ADHD
Yeah.
because TikTok told me.
Yeah.
And she was like, you need to talk to like a psychiatrist. And I was like, let's level up. Let's
Yeah.
level up. So I've never met with a psychiatrist. Honestly was way too much admin. But like I finally got this like virtual. And it was this nice lady. We like talked and she was like, you have some trauma. She's like, I don't think you have ADHD, which is like,
You're like, let me just, what's your TikTok? Let me send you these because it's literally me.
she said, 'cause
Literally
I don't
me.
have trouble focusing. Cause like when I'm interested in something, I could like I can edit videos forever.
Oh my God. Who fucking told you that, Hannah? Who told you that?
You did?
Yeah. Oh, don't you dare, because I will literally go back in Giggly Squad and find it. I said, you don't have ADHD because when you want to do something, like you get it done, you do it perfectly. It's just, you have to be interested in
Oh
it.
yeah, you were saying me and Craig are making it up to seem
You-
more interesting.
You literally were making it up to get out of things. You're like, sorry, my ADHD. It's like, I asked you to literally text me back. It's just like, you fell asleep. That's not ADHD. You taking a nap with butter is not you having ADHD, okay?
So bitch told me that I don't have ADHD and I was upset. And she was
Yeah.
like, you have like past trauma. She said yoga's really good for it. She was like, what do you want? I said Paxil. And she goes, you know what? Paxil is really bad if you want to have a kid. Like if you get pregnant on Paxil, it's really bad. And I was like, look, I'm not trying to get pregnant right now, but God forbid I do because I'm so bad with my birth control. Like that's something they should tell you. So I'm getting off Paxil
Okay.
and I think I'm going to go on Zoloft,
Okay.
like the OG.
Yes.
But like she also said like Prozac, they were talking about Wellbutrin. I'm interested what the gigglers are on, but I think I'm being put on like just like old school Zoloft.
I thought Wellbutrin was something you went on in addition to. Like, I thought it helped the original medication. Or is it a medication all on its own?
It's a medication on its own, but like TikTok is dangerous because TikTok, some girl was like, Wellbutrin's amazing. Like it helps me get up in the morning. It helps my ADD. And then someone else was like, Wellbutrin ruined my life. And you're just like, there's no.
No, it's so scary.
So for me to switch, I have to take half of my Paxil and half of the Zoloft for like a week to but like I haven't done it because I've been scared that I'm gonna like get brain fog or like all these weird
Right.
side effects because my literal only job is to like know how to talk.
Right.
So that's what I'm going through.
It's so funny you say that because I like went back and forth with the idea of going on anxiety medicine because 1000% I should be on some type of anxiety medicine. But I honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. The stigma of me being on an anxiety medicine like was kind of getting to me and I couldn't understand why because I was like, I'm in therapy. I tell everyone like, I feel like if you need medicine, you should go on it. But for myself, like I couldn't even go there to be like, what would it be like on anxiety medicine? Because I'm so scared of everything changing my personality. I don't
Yeah.
even like being on birth control because I know that it's changed parts of my personality.
So
And
that's like, it's totally valid. Maybe you just have to get to a darker place. Where, like I've been in places where I'm like, fuck it. Like I need this to survive. Like, cause I was that way with the stigma too. But I do have to say, like, if you start on a low dose with something, and I'm
Yeah.
not pushing this on anyone, I'm just saying I had that same fear. But what it
Yeah.
does is it's actually science and it will just quiet those like crazy, insane thoughts. So you actually
Yeah.
become more yourself.
Yeah.
It's like like sometimes you're with someone, but you're just not there and you're just so
Yes.
in your head about some
like
bullshit.
you disassociate.
That's the like crazy
Yeah.
talk that like it will
I
calm
disassociate all the time. I blame that on reality TV that I will like be in situations and then I'll just take my brain right out of it because of reality TV. Because I'm
And-
like, I know how this is gonna look and I can't be here right now mentally.
No. And like you've gone through trauma. Like I've
Yeah.
gone through trauma. We've all gone through types of trauma and there's different ways to cope. I also know that like genetically there's depression in my family, there's anxiety
Yeah.
in my family, and I've always done like the lowest dose, but like if you're struggling in your own brain day to day, like we live one life, why not try it? And it's just
Right.
like the boob job. Take it out if you're done. Take it out if you don't want it. Flick the fillet.
I hope that you get to rock bottom so that you can figure out whether or not you want.
Like I went through a really bad breakup where I just didn't feel like myself. I felt like my brain was playing tricks on me. Felt like I was like self-sabotaging. Meanwhile, I was right about the whole thing. Like my gut was right, but my brain was like playing tricks on me because I wanted to leave the relationship.
I also have like, again, like my mom in the back of my head being like, you want to go on medicine? Come here for a week. That'll be your medicine. I'll tell you
Have
what's
some
wrong
chicken
with
parmesan with the
I'll
real
tell you
Sunday
what's wrong
sauce,
with you.
okay? I don't know what kind of sauce you've been eating out there in Charleston, but it's not the right kind.
No,
What
really.
would Kim rather? You go on a low dose of like anxiety meds because you're in like a very insane career right now and you could get off them whenever you want?
No,
a boob job?
she would tell me to stop smoking nicotine, which
True.
which is true. She would literally give me 10 things that would probably take my anxiety away in a minute, and I would just be like, no, I'm not doing that.
I know my mom's like, have you gone outside in the
Yeah,
last 6
she's like,
days?
maybe
And
if
I'm like,
you
it's not about that.
If you saw the sun for 1 second and maybe did a little exercise, your brain, and I'm like, it's literally not what we were talking about.
My mom's
but
like, you haven't drank water since 1994. This is such a deep, good episode. I feel like we had to be vulnerable
got
for a
really
while.
deep.
Have you seen the Michaela drama with the lashes?
oh, have I ever?
Can you explain it to the gigglers?
So there's this girl on TikTok. Her name is Michaela. She got huge on TikTok. She's from Boston. She has like an insane Boston accent. People loved her because she was so real, so relatable, great at makeup, whatever. She is doing an ad for, I forget what the brand even
L'Oreal,
was.
who actually, L'Oreal Telescopic is the best fucking like
Mascara.
I highly recommend it.
And so she was saying how just that, like how it was the best mascara ever and that you got to try it, whatever. And people noticed that when she was putting it on to the final look, she had added individual lashes. Look.
And it's an ad. It was an advertisement.
It's an ad. It was a paid ad. When you watch an ad on TV for telescopic L'Oreal, those models on the commercial also have fake lashes on. Your whole life that has happened. Now we've transitioned to advertisement on social media with real people. Did she lie to her followers? Yeah, she lied. Should she have not put on the extra eyelashes on the end? I guess not. But what are people gonna murder her? Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, people are coming at her so hard that it's like, okay, this bitch lied about mascara and fake eyelashes. We have an entire government. Like, it's just our whole lives are based on
Why
lies.
don't you worry about your
I
fucking
am not-
boyfriend who's lying to you about
yeah.
everything?
I am not condemning this poor girl who
She's also, they came for her before because they took out of context this thing of her being like, do you know how hard it is to be an influencer? Like I worked from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and everyone killed her.
and lost their fucking
I'm a little
minds.
worried for her
Look,
mental health. Like,
yes,
I'm
because
worried
also-
for her.
Also, her saying, do you know how hard I work as an influencer? People took it wrong because they were like, this is such a great job. Like, this is such an easy job.
She was defending herself against something else. Like, she wasn't just
Yeah.
like, hey guys, I work
Also,
hard.
her type of influencing is different. She has a different mental strain on her that most people will probably never experience, like that specific type of mental anxiety. So, like, it's also like, okay, you're gonna cancel makeup TikTokers. What could they have possibly done that's so bad? Like, I just think it's like a bit much.
Well, people love coming for her. I think it's because they thought she was like the most relatable. Then they were trying to be like, oh, her Boston accent is extreme. And then like they felt like she kind of lied with the lashes. But like
okay,
let's
she
be
made a
honest,
mistake.
It's nothing that bad. And like I'm actually worried for her mental health because people forget she's a human.
Every shampoo commercial you see, all of those women are wearing insane extensions. They're wearing 4 wefts of extension. Every single ad you've ever seen in your life was a lie. And people are taking it so to heart because they feel like they know this girl.
Yeah, like Jennifer Aniston doesn't just drink smart water.
No, and she doesn't use just aloe vera. Okay, I'll tell you that.
Avena. She doesn't use Avena moisturizer.
Aveeno,
I'll tell you that right now.
No, she does not. Like, everyone should just chill the fuck out. It's just so easy to, like, I think people feel power in, like, canceling people.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, they jump on it and it's, like, so easy for them to, like, sit behind a computer. But it's like, you're yelling at a girl that lied about eyelashes. Like, there's bigger problems. Get over it. Who cares? Unfollow her then if it ticked you off that much.
Also, you know she's selling the lash to you. Like, she didn't, like, it's a like $9 lash product. It's not like she has some like pyramid scheme that she's taking all your money. You know it's an ad. You know she's trying to sell it. And the mascara is actually really good.
But I feel bad for her.
I do. I mean, I hope she'll learn from this and she'll never do it again. But, like, I do hope her mental health's okay. Because I know in the past she's had struggles with it. And this is, like, a bad trigger. I have 2 things about makeup.
Right.
What is your opinion on birthing makeup?
Yeah, no, not for me. Not me, not now, not never. No.
There are girls who are getting a makeup artist to get their makeup done. So that when they have the baby, they can take a photo with a full face.
I feel like women have been doing this forever. What I will have in my delivery room, I want full skincare happening and I want ice rollers just always on me.
Ooh, I love that.
Like, if I want a picture with my baby after, I just want my face to look snatched and glowing, but I'm not putting eyeshadow on. That's insane.
Full lash. I'd love to talk to one of the women who want it because it's like, what, you're afraid your baby's going to come out and be like, put me back, this bitch is ugly.
Yeah, I'm going to hire Michaela to come do my makeup before I give birth.
Like, maybe a tinted moisturizer.
Maybe. Maybe. Like, possibly a chapstick, a tinted moisturizer.
Also, I'm going to be shitting. I'm going to be crying. If I had, makeup would be everywhere.
You're going to be sweating. Oh, you're going to be sweating so much.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the amount of sweat that comes from you. That will be in itself wild.
I won't have Taco Bell the day before, I'll tell you that. Also, guess what? The Chihuahua in Taco Bell doesn't actually eat Taco Bell. Whoa!
Wow, what a throwback. Very niche.
There's also this method called underpainting. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of it?
So that is the makeup artist that Kendall and
Mary Phillips.
Yeah, that Haley used. I tried it the other day. Here's what I've learned with it. You have to use like a light foundation. Also, people have to remember too, Haley and Kendall have like, first of all, everything's photoshopped. Let's just get that out there. Everything has a filter on it. But second of all, for that to really look good on you, which I think it does actually really look good, I feel like you have to have really good skin. So, like, yes. I feel like it all starts also with the primer. Actually, I'm going to say this. I tried a new foundation, and I absolutely love it. And because I kept getting the frickin' TikTok ad, and I was like, whatever, I got to do it. The El Maquillage. Because I kept getting this TikTok ad. I absolutely love it. And I've also realized in like my makeup days, if your foundation doesn't perfectly match your skin color and your skin tone, like your makeup looks trash.
Yeah, it's more about the color, I feel like, than the actual brand.
It's absolutely more about the color. And
how did you pick the right color online?
You have to do like an extensive quiz. And I was like, there's no way this quiz is going to match my skin color because I don't even know if I'm answering the questions right. And I think it's flawless. It's not thick, but it's definitely full coverage. So like I couldn't do the Mary Phillips thing with that foundation, but I could do it with my Ilia foundation from Amazon.
I love
because
Ilia.
Because it's like thin,
like tinted moist chapstick. I fuck with so hard because I have pale lips. It's a whole thing.
Oh yeah, you love.
So for people who don't know the underpainting method, you put your contour first, like your bronzer or contour, My question is, then you put it over it or you put it around it, the foundation?
Well, you have to use liquid, so it has to be liquid contour and liquid blush. And then you lightly like do it with a brush. You can't do it with a sponge, and you just kind of like in circular motions like put it over it. But really, you've already put your contour, then above it you've already put your blush. So it's like you don't even really go over it. You go over like the spots of your face that have no makeup on yet.
Yeah, I actually kind of tried to do it at my shows this weekend, and
Did you?
I think it
Did
looked
you like
okay.
it?
Honestly, I don't know.
Did
The
you do it?
lighting's so bad in the green room. I've been like doing this bit about how football players, like, they're hot. Like, I dated this guy who was like 6'7". He was a born again Catholic, but I think he was fucking other girls, but he told me he couldn't have sex, which is whatever. I'm over it.
Wait. He was in college. You were on a date with him, and he said, "Hey, I'm a born again Christian," which means
yeah, so he was like, I had sex in high school, but like now I'm like celibate. And I was like, okay. And then he kept wanting to get me to go to Bible study with him. And he literally was like, you have to go to church. And I remember being like, just because I don't go to church doesn't mean I don't have morals or something. Like, we fight about it. But I was like scared of the church for some reason.
Wait, to think about like the fights you had with your like boyfriends in college are just so funny to me now, because like none of them are relevant. None of the situations are relevant. Like none of the drama in like fighting in college.
I was always like, when I get a boyfriend, I'm going to be the cool girl. I'm not going to be annoying. I'm going to be laid back. Because you just like hear your guy friends talk all the time.
Yeah. Yep.
So like with him, I was like, I let him get away with so much stuff because he was on ESPN once a weekend. Like even he would like lose a game and I would be like, I'm not going to text him because he's probably mad. Like I was like so scared. And then finally he did text me and spelled the word isn't, ISINT. And I was like, this guy's fucking dumb. And I responded. And then he was like, I'm tired from practice. And I'm like, you don't add a letter when you're tired, bro. Yeah. But the reason we broke up was because finally we had a talk about like Becca, my best friend, who's a lesbian. And I was like, so you don't think she's going to go to heaven? And he was like, I just believe in like the classic family structure. So, I was like, okay, so if Becca's going to hell, I'm going to hell with her. And I'm taking the kids and I'm taking the dog. So you think Becca's going to be a bad parent? You've lost your fucking mind.
And you're like, and now I'm a lesbian out of spite. Fuck you, sir.
I'm an ally. But I posted this on TikTok, like about how he couldn't spell the word isn't. And the amount of girlies who wrote about the dumb boyfriends they dated and what they spelled was hilarious.
Yeah.
This one guy would spell bagel like beagle. This one guy spelled tired TIERD.
Yeah, okay. I can see how he got there. My boyfriend, my favorite boyfriend in high school, we all know him. He taught me the difference between there, and there. He
Don't
like
give him that kind of power.
He sat me down one day and he said, "Look."
I love how whenever you saw the word there, you were like, it's a 1 in 3 chance.
Yeah. It's like, whatever. They know what I mean.
This girl said she dated a swimmer who didn't know how to spell sorry, and why did I say it like a Canadian?
Sorry.
Sorry. SOREY. And then this one guy got breathe wrong all the time, like breath versus breathe. Breath
okay.
After it.
Okay, justice for that guy. That's a hard one.
I mean, true. This one guy could never spell restaurant. I see how that's difficult.
I can never spell schedule.
Well, look, you don't count. You're beautiful. Oh shit, I'm looking through the comments. Some guy wrote, he was stupid because he dated you.
I love when sometimes like you get a roast comment and you're just like, it's kind of hilarious.
That was really funny.
Like you want to like it because you're like, that was good.
Some girl wrote, my ex spelled stomach as STUMECK. Okay, well, people are writing it was definitely Gronkowski. No, it wasn't, but he did get hit in the head a couple of times.
My TikTok situation that I wanted to talk about was not my personal situation, but Northwest, the daughter of Kanye and Kimberly, keeps coming up on my For You page, and it's her doing TikToks with her siblings. Hannah, she is the nicest little girl to her siblings. I literally thought it was a bit. Like, I was like, wait, is this legitimately her personality toward her siblings?
Do you remember when Kanye tweeted about Stormy? And we thought it was about, he said, like, I don't fuck with Stormy, but he was talking about the porn star. I thought he was talking about the 3-year-old, and I was like, dude, some 3-year-olds are assholes.
He was talking about the porn star? I legit still thought that he was talking about his niece.
So Northwest, or is she just being nice because she's using them for her TikToks?
Or she's super fucking smart and manipulative and doing that. But she's so sweet and kind. They were like baking something or like doing some like craft or something. And she kept being like, okay, and now it's Chicago's turn. Like, you can do it by yourself. You got it, Chicago. And like, then she would do it. And like, it was just the cutest thing ever. And I felt bad for thinking that she would be like a bad kid. Because I think Courtney's kids are bad.
I don't think the entire world should be able to watch North's TikToks all the time. There's something not right about it.
I get it. I totally agree. I also think about like how hard it must be to raise kids in like such a social media era, and like at what age are you like, okay, you can have a TikTok?
I mean, I could see Kim being like, you have to show them to me before you post, but like, This is most people don't let their 12, 13-year-old post on anything. Not especially hers are going to go viral for anything she does.
It's also crazy, like, at what age are kids getting phones now? Because I feel like when I was younger, I remember I got a cell phone at, like, I think it was Christmas of 6th grade. And I was, like, the last of my friends to get one.
Yeah, I got it at 14. So I was the freshman year of high school.
So you were in, yeah, okay. Oh my God, Lenore, she was strict.
Yeah, kids are on their iPads.
Yeah,
like, at 2 years old, like stealing from checking accounts and shit. Like, these kids are out of control.
Out of control.
Are they that sick that Kim is like, we want to make sure Northie is going to be famous so she can start building her brand now? Like, what's happening?
I don't know. I actually don't get that vibe that she's given them brands yet.
I mean, I just like, I don't know. I think Kanye's right. I don't think she should be letting the kids post. I know that they're like, oh, there's no comments, but like,
right.
I don't know. I don't want that many people's eyes on my child.
No, I don't want anyone looking
child.
at my child.
Yeah.
Nobody's worthy to like breathe my child's air.
Like, why don't you tell Northie to take a video and send it to her friends?
I don't know. We're not moms, so what do we know?
Imagine that age caring about likes, being like, that one only got 2 million views.
Well, no one's allowed to comment on their TikToks. Like, they have comments turned off. So,
but you
like,
can like
I think
it.
Yeah, that's true. Like, imagine being born that famous.
It's so strange. Also, Chicago's like really cute.
No, she's
like,
literally the most
favorites, but
stunning
she's
child.
A little doll.
Yeah, if I was picking favorites, it would be Chicago. For sure.
See, this is fucked up. Random people on a podcast should not be like picking favorites of a random celebrity's children.
But if we are, we know who we're picking. Anywho, why do you have veneers put on the list? Because is that another one of the things that you're thinking of getting?
What did I put? Veneers?
Just put veneers.
Oh, no, I just like didn't realize that every celebrity has veneers. But there's like two kinds of veneers. There's the veneer that like they like turn your teeth into like little nubs.
Yeah.
And then there's the veneers that they just like put it on top of it.
Do you want them?
No.
Me neither.
I just realized that like everyone has them, and some it looks like they have like a mouth guard in their mouth.
I think the better ones are when they shave your teeth down.
Oh. I think the better ones are where they do like 1 or 2 teeth.
Yeah, because I just think if they put it on top, like it's too big. Like the amount of people that can't talk because their veneers are so big, that's unfortunate.
People were, I saw like an article, like Meghan Trainor got veneers. Like some veneers, like Pete Davidson has veneers.
Yeah, yeah.
And it changes their look sometimes for the better. And they're fucking expensive. Jordan Woods got veneers.
Justin's for Jordan Woods. I wonder when that, like, I feel like that second shoe hasn't dropped.
No, the Red Table Talk wasn't enough. Finally, dope documentary. I watched The Price of Glee.
How was it? Was it so intense? Was it way more intense than you thought it was going to be?
It was very, like, gossipy.
Interesting.
Like, it was kind of like, I
like
don't
who?
wanna say cheaply done, but
I
it
was
wasn't
just
like
gonna
a
ask,
fancy
like,
documentary.
What, like, network was it on? And, like, who, like, narrated it? What was the vibe?
I think it was like ID or something. Like it was like kind of one of those like cable networks that do murder stuff. So it wasn't like aesthetically pretty.
Yep.
And it was very gossipy where they had like new like entertainment reporters being like, I heard Leah Michelle's a bitch. Like it
Got
was,
it. Like a People magazine.
I didn't hate it, but it was not like factual. They had like a roommate of Corey Monteith just like spilling tea. It was definitely like for tea, and it wasn't that like respectful.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. How long was it?
It was 3 episodes. And they didn't even get that in depth. Like you didn't learn anything. The only thing I learned was like that Corey Monteith, this was like kind of his first gig.
I hate when it has like a bunch of different reporters from like different places, and they basically all say the same thing, and you're like, yes, we know it was crazy, but like, what's the next part? And then they just like never say it's. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I hate those kind.
They were trying to make it like how Leah and Corey Monteith weren't good together, and she put pressure on him, and she probably dated him for the show. And it was like a ton of Leah slander, which it seems like the easy way out.
Yeah.
They basically were like, she was really type A. He was really laid back. He had a lot of pressure to perform, and he wasn't a natural dancer or singer like everyone else. He was under a lot of pressure.
Justice for Leah.
I know. I mean, she obviously like has her reasons why she didn't get along with certain people, but what was interesting is they basically were like, Glee was insane. Like when you weren't acting, you were in dance class. When you weren't in dance class, you were recording like singing something. Like it was like insane. It was a tough and they also went from nothing to like having like 18 million viewers on the first episode. But they basically said they all were like so fucking tired, and there were like weirdly a couple suicides of like people who worked there because like the pressure and stuff.
Yeah, they say it was like a cursed show.
Yeah, and then the Naya Rivera thing, like, that makes no sense.
No sense. That is her still one of those deaths that, like, whenever someone brings it up, I'm still like, oh, no, I haven't
processed it. They said that it was a dangerous place to jump into the water. She jumped, maybe. And then the other guy, who's a pedophile, that was a downer.
Oh yeah. Real bummer on that one. Bummer, dude.
That was just so, but I remember like my mom loved Glee.
I've never watched a single episode in my entire life.
See, my mom's a singer, so she loved it. I never got that into it, but like the Gleeks were crazy.
No, I hate musicals. I can't. I literally
feel
can't.
Like Craig liked Glee.
Loved it.
Wait,
literally
I just imagine
loved it
Craig
so much.
Like starring in his own musical.
No. Yeah. No. Musicals are just not my jam. Not my vibe.
Speaking of performances, you guys. Oh my God, we survived last week. I'm so proud of us. But we are going to Texas. We're going to Houston, Austin, Dallas. We're going to Nashville, Denver, Phoenix, San Diego, Philly, Huntington, Minneapolis, Chicago. So get tickets at giggly-squad.com. Also, I'm going to Miami, and I need to sell tickets. So if we have any Miami gigglers, go to my website.
Wow. Are you going to stay at the Good Time Hotel?
I'm trying to find Ja Rule again. I'm doing like bachelorette number 2.
All right. Thank you guys so much for giggling with us.
We love you so much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.